folks. Man, I think the entire day, if anybody, hopefully somebody's trying to break a Guinness World Record today, and they're going to marathon this whole thing and watch every single one of these interviews. Hopefully. And if you do, please be sure to reach out to Brian Arrington, who is obviously his network is absolutely incredible because he's the one that brought the vast majority of folks in that I know of so far. But Dr. Smiley, thank you, and Tanisha Carroll. And again, this is Voices of Valor. So our next guest is going to be Mr. Timothy Glick, and he should be coming in here momentarily. Timothy Gick, are you with us? Tim, how you doing?
Hey, hey, good morning, Enrique. How are you?
Doing well. Wonderful to see you.
Yeah,
All right.
very,
So
very nice
can
to
I
see
can I
you.
call you Tim?
Yeah, please call me Tim.
Okay. All right. So Tim, it is wonderful to have you here with us. Happy Veterans Day to you. And Tim, there's a couple questions I'm going to ask, and I'm going to give you the floor, and maybe
Sure.
we'll talk about what patriotism is to you. But Tim, who nominated you?
So, Dr. Smiley.
Okay. Excellent. I love it. This is very, very cool. And Tim, what branch did you serve in?
Marine Corps. So I'm still in. I'm a reservist on active duty orders right now. Been in
Okay.
18 years, so just kind of rounding out the latter part of the career.
That's awesome, man. So a couple years to go. Well, thank you for your service and happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Yeah, happy
All right.
birthday.
So 250, that is something you have to absolutely celebrate. So Tim,
Yeah.
what is patriotism to you?
So I'm really a big proponent of inspiring the next generation of leaders. I think, in America, we're really uniquely positioned to be afforded the choice, right? Going many years back to make decisions for ourselves. And, if you look, I've done a lot of travel, been ridden a motorcycle in 75 countries, done a lot of different things with the Marine Corps, multiple tours and everything else. And there's a lot of countries out there that have, conscript forces and everything else. And so you get a different kind of military member serving, maybe, not on their own terms. But here in the United States, we raise our hand voluntarily, and we do it for multiple reasons, right? And so I think it's super important now more than ever to really inspire the next generation of leaders. And so 50 million Americans born between the ages of 2010 and 2024 is known as Generation Alpha. And this generation is the most digitally connected yet socially disconnected generation in history. And it's a problem. You know, um, they went through COVID. You have kids that were pulled out of classrooms, stuck in front of screens, doing virtual class for, almost 2 years in some circumstances. So, this entire generation, you may have heard of it as the anxious generation, a generation that is more comfortable in front of a screen than in the physical world. And I think that's a tough battle that we need to overcome now. And I think that there are some mechanisms that we can do to kind of mitigate this and really kind of get this generation up, moving, physically fit, and on a pathway to service. And so, one thing I've been working on. So 3 years ago, I was volunteering with Toys for Tots Foundation. Probably many of you guys know and have heard of Toys for Tots. It's an amazing organization that's been going on over 75 years. I think it's going on like almost 80 now. And it focuses on, supporting underprivileged families throughout the United States, and they deliver literally millions of toys. And it does inspire kids. And the mechanism in the middle is the intermediary is the Marine Corps, right? So I was in the warehouse sorting toys, and thousands of them, right? Were in the warehouse filling orders, and I noticed some trends that I didn't really like. I noticed that every single toy was not manufactured here in the United States. It was all made abroad. And I thought to myself, why can't we make even one toy here in the United States? So I kind of had a problem with that. This is even before this administration had this big push for Made in USA. And secondly, and most importantly, the vast majority of toys were meaningless. And I thought, okay, why can't we create a toy made here in the United States that provides a pathway to service and sets up the next generation for success, right? And so I created this game. I know it's kind of hard to see here. Maybe I should unblur this. Um, so this is Mission Match. It's the first military theme memory matching game made in the United States. And it's not just a memory game, right? That focuses on memory resilience and physical fitness, but it's a mechanism to connect a generation to service, right? So the underlying objective of this is actually to connect kids to organizations. So as a result of this card game, you can join, the Girl Scouts or Young Marines or Sea Cadets or any number of different organizations. And it's very unique in that way. So I'm a Marine, so I can take Gunny Gus. As you're playing it, you can actually scan this QR code, and then based upon your age, it'll take you to Young Marines, JROTC, or the Marine Corps. So it'll actually inspire kids to join an organization, right? At an early age. So, Generation Alpha is making decisions much quicker and earlier in life than previous generations. And that's a result of emerging technology and just like a number of different functions. And so it's super important that we set them up with information at an early age to make a better informed decision. And I like to use this analogy. So the reason why I created this game for 6 and up is because a 4-year-old, you may tell them a bit of information, but they won't be able to conceptualize and understand it. So I like to use an analogy, a man landed on the moon. They may like understand in the sense of like a man and moon, but they can't digest that information. But if you tell a 6 or 7-year-old a man landed on the moon, they'll realize that the moon is not Earth and Earth is not the moon, right? And so but by providing them at an early age the information about military, it's not just this broad kind of organization. They have opportunities. They have the 5 branches of the Department of War. There's so many opportunities, to serve in different capacities, and that's what this game does. We have your future portal that talks about cool jobs in the military, and we don't just have military pathways. We have leadership and STEM pathways as well. That's why we have, Girl Scouts or Scouting America and different organizations. We also tested this theory in the physical world. So we partnered with the city of Alexandria, Mayor Gaskin, Sheriff Casey here in Alexandria, Virginia, just 2 months ago, and I created what was called the Pathfinder Games, where if given the opportunity in the physical world, would kids join an organization? And how do you get somebody to even talk to an organization that they wouldn't have otherwise, right? So when you go to, these different conferences, you have booths. And if you see a booth and you don't like it, what do? You walk right by it. So what I did is I created mini missions. And so basically, kids came, they were broken down by age, they were assigned a team, right? And then they had these mini missions, individual mini missions, and then team mini missions, STEM leadership and military. And every single organization was tasked to create a 10-minute or less mini mission that's on brand, that's representative of their organization. So we had 16 organizations come out, 100 plus families, and we had kids joining Young Marines or Sea Cadets or learning about Stars and Stripes on the spot. And it was incredible, right? In conjunction with the card game. So it really does. We've tested this now. We've done many Pathfinder games with USO at different youth centers and military bases here in Northern Virginia. And it's an exciting time to inspire the next generation of leaders. And I know I don't have too
I'm
much
gonna
time,
say,
so.
I'm gonna say bravo. Like, my gosh, I know Marines are, man, some of the most incredible people on the planet. Uh, Man, outside of service, when you leave the Marine Corps, there are Marines everywhere in the world, and they all succeed. But I think you are an above and beyond Marine with what you've done. That is absolutely incredible. I definitely want people to be able to find mission match, and I want them to be able to find the Pathfinder game. So how does somebody do that? How do they find you?
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you. So actually today we're launching on Veterans Day. So if you go to, and it's a, you know, it's a kind of a catch, if you remember Accounting for Dummies or C++ for Dummies, that yellow book. So my brand is called Not a Very Good Teacher. So it's very easy to remember. You just go to notaverygoodteacher.com. We actually are launching today our Kickstarter. It just launched today. And then one other thing to note is we partnered with Toys for Tots Foundation, and I created a custom holiday version of the game, a very small run, so it's limited quantities, that for every game you buy, a game gets donated directly back to the foundation. So
Okay.
it's a huge win for anybody that's looking to both support Toys for Tots Foundation and then also get this game out to inspire the next generation of leaders.
So
So that's happening today.
one more time,
Not
notagoodteacher.com.
not a very good teacher.com.
Not a very good teacher.com. Okay, so we're going to post that, not a very good teacher.com. Again, if you're watching this, get your network running to your computer, not a very good teacher.com, and let's make this go viral. Let's get Tim Gick in every country, in every state, on every base, in every school. Like, awesome. Tim, God bless you. Semper Fi, happy birthday, and happy Veterans Day.
Thank you so
Really
much,
appreciate you.
Enrique. And thank you, Dr. Smiley. I really appreciate it.